Hello guys, welcome back to Ikuriku TV. Very quickly, I want to update you on the case going on between Italy and Albania. Okay, remember that the Italian government has been proposing to send migrants to Albania to process their asylum in 2024, which is this year, which is supposed to start by next month, being March. Yeah, I think so. Being March. You know that this bill or idea came up last year, November 2023. And since then, they have been going to court, and finally, they have reached the final agreement. And the Senate just passed that particular bill on the 15th of February 2024. So, but now, a group called the ECCEI has condemned it and saying that it is a waste of money, citing fact that Italy is unable to handle its own situations by themselves instead of taking. That is the reason why they are taking it to what do you call it, Albania. All right. So let's watch this video of immigrants here crossing to Europe.
Edhe ne kena migruar dikur, na kanë prit mirë, si për shembull Greqinë, Italinë, to që kena pas afër, kena shku, kena dal për radhit. Ka gjitha ne të varfër, gjithë bota ka të varfër. Edhe ata emigrojnë për një jetë më të mirë.
Sorry guys, don't mind me. Okay, so this matter is still on the table. Okay, so it's like a kind of agreement and disagreement now. Now listen, the Italian Episcopal Conference, CEI, has rejected an agreement between Italy and Albania on migrants that was passed on the Senate on the 15th of February 2024, calling it a waste of money used to conceal the government's inability to deal with the issue. Okay, so this group is, calling it a waste of money. Now, remember that the UK also has a similar plan, and the UK's own, I think, should be the worst, because the asylum of people are going to be processed in Rwanda. Okay, a whole Rwanda. So that is just taking you out of Europe completely. So that of Italy is even fairer. You are still going to be in Albania. Okay, but in a detention center. Okay, so if this really works, it's not going to be business as usual. So when somebody arrives in Europe or Italy or whatever you might call it, it will not look favorable to the person, unlike before. Only few hours after the final go-ahead by the Senate, the Italian Episcopal Conference, CEI, firmly rejected an agreement between Italy and Albania on migrants. The agreement is the main pillar of a strategy that Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni and her government drew up with the aim of halting migrant arrivals in Italy. In parallel with new relations with the African countries as part of Mattei Plan, the Italian Development Plan for Africa unveiled by Meloni government at the end of January. Now, they say that inability to build widespread reception systems. The Italian Prime Minister urged her ministers to continue dialogue, in particular with North African countries, though comment made by CEI Migration Commission chief did not pass unnoticed. The upper levels of the government downplayed the criticism of the center-right government plan to open 2 migrant repatriation centers in Albania. Today, the Senate approved the Albania-Italy agreement for the detention of migrants that the Coast Guard will save at sea. After 673 million euros in 10 years up in smoke due to the inability to build a widespread reception system in our country, which ranks 16th in Europe in the reception of asylum seekers compared to the number of inhabitants, said Messenger Giancarlo Perego, president of the Italian Episcopal Conference Commission for Migration and Migrants on Thursday. Perego added that the 673 million euros had been thrown into the sea due to the inability to govern a phenomenon that of forced migration, which we pretend to block, but which is growing year by year. He also noted that Italy is in the 16th place in Europe for asylum seeker reception in relation to the number of inhabitants in the country. The agreement, which was strongly backed by the government majority and has now been ratified with the parliament, provides for the construction of a migrant identification center in Albania, hinterland, that will be able to host up to 3,000 people, plus a smaller center for initial reception at the Shenzhen port, where Italian vessels carrying migrants rescued at sea will dock. That money, Perego said, could have not only revived the lives of many people, but also the lives of our communities. 670 million euros would have meant jobs and revenue. So the ECI is saying that this money that was used in building this repatriation center in Albania would have been used to help the communities in Italy, would have been used to help the lives of people in Italy, but rather they choose to spend it in Albania. Foreign Minister Tajani calls it money well spent. Okay, so Foreign Minister is also saying that he doesn't oppose it, that it is a good move, that he stands with the government of Giorgia Meloni in making sure that migrants are sent to Albania. Now, defending the worth of the government initiative, Foreign Minister Antonio Tajani convinced that the money is not being thrown into the sea and that it is being well spent to deal with the migration issue with a country that is a candidate to become an EU member state. Fratelli d'Italia, FDL's chairman for Senate Constitutional Affairs, Alberto Barboni, told Perego that he should, before criticizing the Italian parliament for the laws that it legitimately approves, instead focus on clearing up whether it is true, as an investigation published by Panorama claims that Fondazione Migrants actually paid 20,000 euros to Mare Junior, the association led by Cassani, a fan of Tony Negri, under investigation for aiding and abetting illegal immigration. The migration issue remains a thorn in the Prime Minister's side. She has repeatedly admitted that the results so far have not been equal to the efforts exerted amid concerns that migrants arrival may rise in the near future, especially from Sudan via Tripolitania, though figures from the last few months give small signs of hope, like the significant drop in migrant arrival in the past 4 months, a 41% decrease compared with the same period in 2023. Meloni has said that for now, it is necessary to bring the Mattei plan and to strengthen collaboration with Tunisia and Libya, where well aware of the differences between Tripolitania and Cyrenaica. Okay, so these places are where people take off from in Europe, in Libya and Tunisia. So guys, it has been signed. So though some people did not agree, but it's done. Let me know your own opinion. So starting from next month, we might see the kickoff in Italy. I'll be waiting for your own comment on this. Please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. We'll keep you updated with this as we proceed. Thank you and God bless.